my sneakers to the ground. I do not jump, I move the earth down. Bear witness to the genius of my sound. Born at the bottom, but now I'm top down. Look, I'ma call it swagger. I slip through time zones like a cloak and dagger. Mad rubies on my chain. You can see your name bubbling, blood vein. Your girl's in my A because she's sipping on my champagne. That's
Hey, Tiger fans. It's that time. So I am Zach Lynch, joined today by Evan, Cole, and Jerry, and let's get straight to our special guest from the CLEMSON baseball team, the star center fielder, Cam Cannarella. Cam, how are you?
I'm good. How about y'all?
Can't complain. So I guess, congrats on a great season. Yeah. So just kind of, for stars, give us your thoughts on the season as a whole.
We got in the fall, and we didn't really know all the guys that came in. And EB was telling us that we're gonna be a special group this year, and we just all had to dial it in and lock in, and we all did that, and everybody became best friends on and off the field, and we just kept winning games, and I knew that we were gonna make a big run in the off season or in the postseason, and we did, and it was a great run.
So obviously, y'all got the regional, monkey off your shoulder, and that had to feel great. Just getting out of the regionals for the first time since 2010, that had to be a special feeling.
Playing in the regional with a big crowd, it was fun, and everybody was on our side, and if we did something good, they were yelling for us, and they were the 10th man out there. And playing at DK is something special. If somebody walks in and plays against us, they're gonna get all that we have in us, and it was just a great experience.
And so, looking at this season, obviously, you didn't make it down. However, the Super Regionals, had its share of excitement. So, can you walk us through that catch in the final game? The shoulder, really amazed this catch.
We played Florida, and it was a really good series. They came on top. I think we should have went to Omaha, but it is what it is. And the catch I made was crazy, man. One in a lifetime. I don't think I'll ever do that again. It was just a great catch, and just props to my team for being behind me after that catch, just making me feel good about myself, and hopefully we could have won that game, but it's what it is, and we'll come out strong next year.
Yeah, so looking ahead to next year, where do you feel that you need to get stronger?
Uh, I would say probably. I mean, most of the new kids that are coming in, we don't really, we haven't really talked or anything or like met with anybody. The only people I know is the people that I played with last year, and we got this one Michigan kid. I heard he's pretty good, freshman All American, 11 bombs and like batted like 330. And we got this guy from Indiana State. Heard he was pretty good, and I think the freshmen are gonna that are coming in are pretty good too. Uh, just wait when I go back there, probably next week or so. I'll meet them and become brothers with them and lead them to the right place and take them wherever they need.
Yeah. So obviously your name, is high up in the draft talks for next year. Uh, are there any areas that you personally need to improve on?
Um,
Hey,
I would say probably like getting stronger for sure because I'm getting surgery in July and I'll be out for 6 months. So I'm gonna just have to get strong and work on that, and then when I get back, come back hitting again and throwing. So I gotta learn how to throw again. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I'm next year's gonna be gonna make a big run, and we're gonna have all the guys that we need to go to Omaha. We just gotta lock it in and be dialed in from the first pitch and the first practice and the first team meeting we have, and everybody just has to be on the same page, and I feel like we'll have a great season.
awesome. So, do any of the guys here have any questions for you?
Yeah, I got one. Cam, is there a single time during the year that you would like to replay that moment or something that's really special to you that it just that if you could do it one more time, it would be amazing?
Mm, I have two, I guess, in the same game, hitting that 3-run bomb against Florida and then making that catch. I mean, that was crazy. But yeah, that's what I would want to do again for sure.
So, I guess, as you look ahead to next year, obviously, the goal is Omaha. So, yeah, the uh, Tigers, haven't been there, and it seems like forever. So, how special would it be for you to take Clemson back to Omaha?
Yeah, I mean, that would be special if we could go. I mean, last year we had a new coach and nobody really knew who he was. I mean, besides the transfers or Riley and Willie. And he got us to a regional. I think we got bull crap, but I mean, it is what it is. And the next year, he brought people in. Uh, we made it to a super regional. So I mean, I think it's just steps. I feel like next year we will make it. I mean, that's what I think. But I don't know. I feel like EB's a great coach and he knows what he's talking about and knows what he's doing. he leads people to the right place. I mean, he knows all the people that he's trying to get and who he wants to get to help his team go to Omaha. And I mean, I wouldn't ask for another coach.
Yeah, yeah. I guess just in closing, everyone saw how Eric Rackage stood up for you guys in that final game. Getting ejected after Jack Leggett. So, I mean, how special is it to have a coach that has your back?
I mean, EB's like a little kid like us. I mean, every time we're about to play, we have SP. I mean, he runs the bases with us. He goes in the outfield and starts sketching with us, or he go in the infield and think he's the best shortstop out there. I mean, uh, he's just a
Yeah.
great coach, and
So is he? Yeah. Is he the best shortstop?
well, I mean, he used to play shortstop at ECU, and then he got moved to the outfield. But I mean, he's not bad, but I wouldn't say he's the best.
Okay. So, yeah. Game on the line. Yeah. Do you take Eric at short or your guys?
For sure, one of my guys. But
Alright. So, Cam, thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah,
thank y'all.
we appreciate your time. Your best of luck this off season with your surgery and recovery, and we look forward to hearing a live from you this coming season.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that is a classy guy there, and you could really tell that he wasn't going to talk, you know, about Eric, in a way that was going to uh, get him in trouble. So, I guess, since this is our first kind of full show, and you'll have to forgive me, like 30 minutes ago, like the power went out here. So I am sitting here in the dark at this time, like trying to light everything up. It's like 400 degrees in here. So it's crazy. Yeah. So I guess this is the inaugural Best Damn Clemson show. So let's give everyone a chance just to introduce yourself real quick. I am sure that everyone has been keeping up with the site. They will have seen y'all's names, but now is the time to kind of put a face to it. So let's start with Jeremy.
Yeah, I am Jeremy Lockett. I am the director of recruiting. If there's any directing or any recruiting questions that you might have, let me know. I'm tracking all that. We're going to keep you all updated with all that.
Awesome, Evan.
Hi guys, I'm Evan Cooley. I just graduated from Furman where I played football for 4 years, and I'm a staff writer here. And I've written a lot of articles so far covering Clemson football. And if y'all have any stories that y'all are interested in me writing, please don't hesitate to reach out to me.
Awesome. Last call is you.
Yeah, what's up? Cole Gerard. I'm from Hartsville, South Carolina. Been working with All Clemson for a couple months now, and we can't wait for football season and start getting back up with that. And so, if you have any article requests from me, just you kind of shoot them at us.
Awesome. So, yeah, speaking of football, yeah, the season is right around the corner. Dow has his media event in around 3 weeks. So, yeah, that is always the start of football for all of us. However, there is one guy who can't keep his gifts, head down out of his head, and that guy is Paul Finebaum, who earlier is on the radio. He actually made some really, let me think, asinine claims about Dow and kind of where he sees the program going. And so I want to play this clip, then get y'all's thoughts on it.
A good program, but that's not the same school that went to 6 consecutive CFPs a couple of years ago. That played for 4 national championships. I think that part of it is over. And Dabo Swinney may think he's smart, and playing this antediluvian game of this is how it's going to always be, but that's not the way things are. I mean, this week is indicative of that in college football. It has changed so quickly in the last 3 years, and if you missed a minute, you fell behind. He missed 3 years, and he is way behind, and he's not catching up.
Paul, but with the ever-changing landscape that is college football, in the event in which they go 10-2, like you referenced, that's likely a playoff berth nowadays in the 12-team playoff era. My question is more so than him competing for championships is his approach. Does that make Clemson less attractive in the event in which realignment occurs again, or do you think it doesn't really have a whole lot to do with it?
I think they're already less attractive, Greg, because Clemson, if you go back to 2016, 2017, 2018, I mean, they were at the epicenter. We all joked about how boring it is that Alabama and Clemson play each other every year. Nobody's saying that anymore. And they weren't that big of a name until then. Clemson's always been a good football school, but it's never been a main attraction like in Alabama or Georgia or Texas or Michigan or Ohio State. And now they've fallen off of that. And I think their biggest concerns are even within their own league. We know Florida State has pulled ahead of them. There are other schools that could do that as well. Miami is one you just have to wonder if they get it right under Mario Cristobal. Then that's another school that could inch ahead of them. And as you start divvying up the schools, I mean, we've already had this conversation about who's most attractive in the ACC, and North Carolina is more attractive to them. Arguably, Florida State would be, but that's simply dependent upon whether you have the stomach for what they've been doing the last 2 years. And Clemson's kind of has one toe in the water on that as well, so that immediately makes them less attractive. And again, it's about brand matchups, Greg. You're at the biggest games of the week. You know what I'm talking about more than anyone. It's not so much geography, because I think we've almost moved past that in college football with the era that we're in.
I just wanted to say, I love shit, he is shooting, to say that, Clemson, is playing second fiddle to Texas, no, to really, any of those teams. You can't tell me that just because Dow is not using the transfer her the way that some of these other schools are, that it makes Clemson any less attractive. Evan, you played football for years. So, did a coach's use of the transfer of her come into any decision that you feel that you knew those decisions?
I don't think so at all. I think that as a high school player, it honestly would be more attractive to go to a school that doesn't utilize the transfer portal the same way as a lot of these other colleges, because if you're going to a school like Florida State, who brings in a lot of transfers, then you know that coming out of high school, your chance of playing isn't going to be as good, since you're having to compete against all these transfer guys.
Yeah. Jerry, Kelly, y'all have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's crazy to say that Texas, Michigan, and Georgia have been a staple team for years, like he's saying. That's crazy. I mean, Georgia's had their run the last few years. They're bringing in people. It's just Florida State. It's a perfect example where they bring in all these players for spots they need, and then they don't make it in, and all the team sits out for their bowl game. These kids, they're only transferring because there's an open spot. It's even kind of like Clemson, where we're getting some of these big commits for wide receiver and these offensive linemen, is because that's a need for us. So they're getting immediate play. And that's what these portal kids are going to teams that they can play for. So it's crazy what he's saying. It's like he's getting paid to say that.
I'm kind of on like Evan's side, where he said all these kids are just wanting to go where all the money's at and who's paying the most, when they're not really wanting to rep your jersey or your logo. They're just wanting to get all your money. And I kind of like how Dabo says, he doesn't buy players. You either want to play for him or you don't. He'd rather develop his guys. So, like me personally, if I was a recruit coming out of high school, I'd want to play who wanted me there. Who wanted me there, but where I'm going to play, where they're going to develop me, and not where I'm just looking for the money and dipping. like you said, all these guys aren't going to play in the bowl game. You know, they're going to go get their bag, play 12 games out of the year, and then leave.
Yeah, I mean, last year the question that we were asking all year long was, like, FSU, you're going out there and basically buying their team in the off season. Yeah, how would that team respond when they're that goes against the all? When you haven't had the chance to build that camaraderie with your guys, guys that you have spent 2 and 3 and 4 years with. Can we to say that the years or lack thereof of the transfer system is going to be the reason once sees this downfall. I think honestly, in the long term, we're going to see that is the reason that this is and is here for the long haul. And that is exactly what Dow reaches these guys. He constantly tells them that the grass is not always greener. And like Jeremy said, you have guys that are out there that are just, trying to get that, immediate playing time. And, let me back up here for a second. Evan, if you had a guy come in to your team and take your side that you have worked so hard for, and your coach goes out and say grabs Joe Snow from the her to replace you. What does that do not only for say your mindset, but also the mindset of your teammates?
I think it definitely puts you in a tough spot because the time that you're there at that program, you're constantly developing with the other guys who have been with you. And so if they bring someone in from a different program, then all that development that you made individually and as a team is kind of thrown off by someone coming in who hasn't experienced everything that your team has experienced individually.
Yeah. So I think that we can all agree that Finally needs to stick to just, the SEC and not worry about Clemson. Speaking of Clemson, they have gotten no respect this offseason from the national outlets. In fact, I was looking at some stuff the other day where a national writer actually has NC State ahead of Clemson this coming season. He actually has FSU as his number one, Miami, NC State, and then Clemson. And honestly, this is something that we are seeing, just across the landscape. It is like, down, all these guys down here, have just forgotten what they are doing and have, gotten passed up. So, to me, the idea that NC State is passing Clemson is laughable. This is a team that, has had some success in the last couple of years against the Tigers. No doubt about that. But this is a team that, let's not forget, Dow is 8-2 against them. So, it's not like Dave Doran has some reign over him. He honestly had a horseshoe of his ass, and that is the reason that he got the win up there. And honestly, even our is the fact that Miami is up there. This is, the joke and laughing stock of the ACC. So, real quick here, because honestly, I am not sure how much longer my computer is going to last on the battery. Real quick, give y'all a free season top four in the ACC. Start with Jeremy.
I'm gonna say Clemson, Florida State.
Okay, hang on.
And
Let me stop you there. So I Clemson ahead of FSU.
I just feel like there's a lot of emotion this year after last year's game, being the struggles that we had, and then in that game coming down to the end, even as good as Florida State was. I just think there's a lot more payback in a way, and there's more emotion to the game this year.
Okay, so you have Clemson, FSU. Who else?
I definitely feel like NC State's there because that's also another one of those emotional games every year going back in history. I feel like it's at Miami, North Carolina in a way between those two because North Carolina always kind of works their way in there until the end, and then they always seem to kind of fall apart.
Okay. Cole, let's go to you next.
I'm right there with Jeremy. Like, he says exactly what I was going to say, kind of like with that Florida State game, just because that payback of them beating us on, our home turf for the first time in a while. So, want to get down there to Tallahassee and, beat our former quarterback DJ Uyunglele. So I think there's going to be some tough love, some bad blood in that game this year.
All right, Evan, I know who you have it. Number one, so go ahead and piss off everyone.
Yeah, I might get some hate for this, but I'm going to put Ford State right above Clemson. I think that it being a road game for Clemson, it's going to be really tough for them to come away with a win there. I think it's going to be a really close game. And if it was a home game for Clemson, I might give them the advantage. But I think it's going to be a really tight game, but Florida State might come away with it. But then I would say I'd go Florida State, Clemson, and then I would probably go NC State third. And then fourth might surprise a lot of people, but I think that Virginia Tech is going to have a really good year. I think they're going to surprise a lot of teams. If you look at their last 5 games of last season, their offense is capable of competing with almost anyone in the country and scaring a lot of defenses. And I think that Virginia Tech is going to surprise a lot of teams in 2024.
Awesome. I am shocked that no one has Stanford, Cal, SMU. I mean, come on, guys. They're the new teams. You can't give them any love. So I guess, if looking at the teams in the ACC as it stands right now, I kind of lean toward with FSU at number 1. Also, I am one of those guys that has traditionally been, unless something drastic happens, I have a hard time taking the number 1 team from the previous year and not starting them out there because they earned it. So I go FSU, Clemson, then giving NC State and UNC. I have said, the sheer love for teams like NC State and Miami is honestly sickening, and just asinine. So, anyway, I think on this power outage on Monday, we are going to wrap up the show because I am sweating like crazy here in this office, and Jerry has some surfing to do, I guess.
Yeah, might as well.
I was going to say, do you have your CEO and stuff ready?
Yeah, I was already out there earlier, and I came in just for this.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah. So thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to check out the website CLEMSONTigers.com for all of your info. Jeremy has been killing it on the recruiting side. Evan has been absolutely killing it. When it comes to your football stuff, Cole is rock and rolling. And so we have lots of great stuff here. Also, be sure to check out the YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, because we are just getting this thing rolling again, and we have a lot of great stuff coming in the next few weeks. So also want to remind you to go ahead and stick July 18th on your calendar. That is our live fall camp kickoff show. And we'll have details coming very soon about the location of that. And as always, take care, and have a great day. We'll catch y'all next time.